Guys, so I'm coming on to talk about how I organize myself for the spa parties. So I'm just going to wait for some people to, hop on before I really get started, because I know that there was actually a lot of people that were really interested in this. So basically I'm just going to go over the, I guess, what I have prepared paperwork wise. There is a lot. I've spent many hours preparing documents and whatnot, games, printouts, all that kind of thing. So I'm going to share, what I have. If anybody's interested in any of the stuff that I have, if there's enough interest, I might prepare the documents to be able to share them with you. So that will be later. I'm not sure exactly if I will do that, but I'm at least going to talk to you guys about how I do it, where, how I prepared everything and all that kind of stuff. There's going to be the games, there's going to be the order forms, how I set things up on Facebook, the types of parties that you can offer, the party night schedule that I kind of follow, just anything that pertains to having the spa parties. This is super popular with a lot of the, like the Scentsy, Unique, 31 Bags, Mary Kay, who's been around forever, so they obviously know, what they're doing. And so basically what I decided to do was I went online, I went on Pinterest, I went on YouTube, and I searched Scentsy parties, Scentsy, what did I say? Scentsy order forms, Scentsy games, Scentsy anything, Scentsy, even the rewards plan. I researched Scentsy rewards plans, 31 rewards plan, all of the reward plans. I searched them all and I wrote everything down and I compared everything. And so that's how I kind of came up with what I wanted to do. Even on YouTube, I went and I YouTubed live Scentsy presentations, and I watched the whole thing, and I paid attention to what games they were playing, the way that they were doing things, and all that kind of stuff. So it just gave me a really good idea, because for me personally, I had never gone to any type of party, so I don't know how they worked, right? I had done a party at my home for myself. I had all of the product laid out and people came that I knew, so I was basically the hostess. I invited people to my house and kind of talked about, what the products were and all that, and it was a huge success. But I don't want to be the one to have to host every time, right? You want to go to somebody's house and let somebody else host for you. So this is why I stopped doing that, and I decided that I was going to let other people host for me. So there's a few people, but I'll get started. So basically, the first thing that you want to decide is the type of parties that you want to do. So like Scentsy, and I'm going to refer a lot to Scentsy because that's the one company that I really looked at when organizing myself. I looked at the videos and I watched exactly how they presented, so the order of things that they did. So and then I created an actual sheet so that I can bring to my party, so that I can remember what what's going to come next. So I printed out an actual sheet and it says party night schedule. So I'm just going to read. I'm going to show you a lot of the stuff. I'm going to read a lot of the stuff. So the party night schedule, and this you can easily give to the hostess too, just so that they know, how the night's gonna go, and it just gives them a better idea. So you're gonna set yourself up. You're gonna bring a table. You're gonna first decide on what kind of party that they want, which we'll talk about a little bit later. And so you're gonna prepare yourself, whether it's gonna be just a regular, what did I call these? I have my little sheet here. Oh yes, whether they were going to be, whether they're going to buy that night, if they're going to order product, or if they're going to do a Facebook party or a catalog tag-along party. So you're going to decide what parties that you want to do. We'll talk about the parties right now, actually. So by that night party, you're gonna have to make product and bring everything. And so you're gonna have to bring a table. You're gonna have to bring, basically like if you'd be setting up at a craft show. So you're bringing your table, a tablecloth. If you want to bring like a little banner or something like that, even if you just want to print it out and put it like on a little picture frame, but you want your name to be there, you have to make sure you bring business cards, bags to bag everything. But you're basically selling like a craft show at their house. It's a big job. But a lot of people like that because right there and then they get to smell everything and they get to buy what they want and they go home. So they don't have to order and wait and all that kind of stuff. But it's a big job to do that. So I would kind of not do those so much. I would do the order products kind of show. So you could bring some examples of your favorites or your customer favorites just so that they can smell stuff and see what it is and all that. And so like for me, I do like a bath, body, and home section. So I would bring some of my favorite bath products, some of my favorite body products, and some of my favorite home products, and have them displayed. So you'd still bring a table and a cloth and all that. Great, Christine. So yeah, you would bring out your table, your tablecloth, some little baskets, and I separate my things like in the category so people can see. You could bring little signage that says like bath products, body products, home products, or whatever you have, because you want people. Basically you're going to these parties thinking that these people are stupid, okay, that they know nothing, because they kind of don't. So you really need to make sure that everything is very visible and easy to understand. So you would do that, and so you'd prepare yourself with all of your sections or whatever products that you have, and then you're going to talk about the products. Then they would order. So you would have to have a catalog or a pamphlet with all of the products and the prices that you order. So we're going a little bit ahead of ourselves. We're going to go back to the party night schedule. So you're going to introduce yourself. Once you're all set up and stuff, you're going to introduce yourself. So you're not talking about the business yet. You're just introducing yourself. So I'm Sophie. I'm the owner of said business, and I'm the person that runs the business or whatever. You just kind of give your name and who you are. Then you're going to talk about the business. So then that's when you're going to write down. So I even wrote down on my little sheet, like, so this is for me. So I wrote down a little blurb about the business that I run, why I started it, when, just little things like that. You could you could talk a little bit about where you see the business going, why you're doing spa parties, stuff like that. Just not too long, but just to kind of give your guests a little insight on the business, right? So then you're going to, once you're done that, you're going to thank the hostess. Now, like I said, I watched a lot of videos, and something that I found was really, really cool was that they would give the hostess a gift. So this is aside from the rewards. This has nothing to do with the rewards. This is you as a business owner thanking the hostess for hosting a party. So this could be something that's small. This could also be tied into one of the booking games that I'm going to talk about later. So I'm going to come back to this, but you're going to thank the hostess. Thank you who and who for hosting the party. I appreciate you taking the time to plan this event. And so here's a gift from me, aside from your rewards, for you. You're going to give her her gift. She's going to open it. And then that's when you're either going to imply, oh, this was because she booked at another show, or this was just, to say thank you, blah, 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 whatever. Then you're going to talk about one of the booking perks. So I don't have them with me, but I've seen on one of the girls, she was doing booking beads. Now I'm going to call them hostess beads because, you kind of don't want to be exactly like everybody else. But anyways, they're called hostess beads. So you decide. And I guess it would kind of depend on the amount of people that are there. You would decide, let's say, either 3 or 6 or 10 beads, necklaces that she would wear around her neck. They could be cheap from the dollar store, nothing fancy. They don't have to be, or even just necklaces that you have, whatever they can be. Now, these are going to be, the main key on what you're trying to do when you do parties is you want to try and book other parties. So you want to try and get the guests interested in doing their own parties, therefore booking more, right? So this is one thing. So you're going to give the host however many beads that you decide on however many people that she has at the party. So let's say she only has 10 people, then you might only do half or whatever, okay? So the hostess has 6 or however many beads around her neck. So this is what you're going to tell people, okay? These beads can give her more free gifts. And if anyone would be interested in hosting their own spa parties, take a necklace and we can talk after the presentation. And if all her beads are gone, then she wins a surprise. Now these can, the surprises, I'm going to talk a lot about surprises and little gifts and stuff. These are samples, okay? These are not full-size products that you guys have. When you're making your products, it's always a good idea to make little sample sizes. I'm going to actually go get you a sample size versus a real size. 1 second, just to show you guys. Okay, here we go. I didn't think I was going to talk about, well, show you guys this, but anyways, okay, so this is a regular size, okay, these are the little bath truffles, the petits fours that I call them, because we're French over here. So these are a full-size type product, so I put 2 of them, they're an ounce each, okay. When I made those, I made sure, because these were half custom order, half just things that I needed to get done for my craft shows, I went ahead and I poured these little sample sizes, okay? So you got your regular size and your little sample size. They're teeny tiny. They're not big. They're not, okay? They don't have to be big. Just pour yourself or make yourself little sample sizes of everything or as much as you can. Anything that you can. So even if you use little, the little cups, like the little condiment cups to pour body butter or scrub or whatever, okay? Make sure you have sample sizes if you're gonna be doing the spa parties, because these are the little gifts that you're gonna give away. This is gonna cost you 5 cents, I don't know. It's not gonna cost you a lot, but you don't wanna be making big size things and giving them away as gifts, like as freebies and stuff during your party. Now you are gonna have actual gifts that you're going to give away, which that's completely different. But for the little prizes and stuff, this is what you want to create and have on hand and have lots of it. Lots of options, because not everybody likes the same thing. So you want to make sure that you have a good variety. So those are the little surprises or whatever that you can give away, and incentives and stuff. People don't need to know, and you can have them in a big box and people can just pick. When you say, oh, so and so is going to win a prize if she does this or whatever, wins this, or so that's what the booking beads are going to be about. So this is going to be a good way to have people grab those beads. You're going to know that that girl is now ready to book a party. So at the end of the night, when you're going over her order form with her, you're going to, thanks Shannon, you're going to know, because of the beads, you're going to talk to her about booking a party right then and there. You're not going to wait. She's ready. So that's the booking beads. So that's what you're going to do right after her gift, because people are going to be looking at her beads thinking like, you know, who the hell she thinks she is wearing all these beads. Okay. So that's what that is. So that's your introduction part. Now this can change. This can, you know, but this is just how I like to do it. This is how I'm going to continue doing it. Now, this is when you're going to go into talking about your products. So that top part lasts maybe 5-ish, no more than 10 minutes, less than 10 minutes for sure. Because you're wanting to try to keep the whole thing in about a half an hour, 45 minutes max, because then it takes a really long time for everybody to fill out their order forms and decide what they want. And that can take a long time. And if you're only going to be at the party for 2, maybe 3 hours, it's got to be quick, okay? So then you're going to talk about, or no, sorry, before talking about the products, you're going to ask anybody if they've ever tried your products. Now, this is going to be a time where they can talk. You can let them talk about their favorite products, what they liked, you know, like where did they get your products, at a craft show or whatever it can be. So you're going to let a few of them talk quickly about the products. Sorry, I rushed through the actual talking about products. Then you're going to play a game. So the games, you know, Some of them can be kind of corny. Some of them, you know, even when I go to baby showers, I'm always like, I don't like playing games. But this is, some people are going to enjoy this, and there's, you know, they're fun, I guess. So you're going to have games to win a prize, and then you're going to have booking games. Now your game to win a prize is always going to be your first game. Now I let the people pick which game they want to play. You have a few options, and you can make up quick games too. They have to be quick. They can't take too long. So I have 3 games that they choose. The hostess chooses which one they want. So I have, there's a bingo game. And so it's going to look like this, or however way. And again, I just took this off of Pinterest. I looked at Scentsy bingo games, and I just went off of what there is there. So you're going to want to put your logo on everything. Every single thing that you give to somebody, you want your logo on there, because you want this to get imprinted in their brain, okay? And then, of course, you're going to write bingo. Now, this I did in Word, okay? And I just inserted table, sorry. I did 5 across and 5 down. You could do 4 across, 4 down. It's up to you. In the middle, I put a freebie. So you put your name in the middle, and then I put 2 freebies, one here and one there. You could add a few more if you want, doesn't matter. So the one thing that you want to make sure is that so you can't go across. Well, for me anyways, because it was just too hard to make sure that every single way they had to do something worth something to win a prize. Obviously, you don't want to just give away your prizes, okay? So I said you can only go across or down, or you can fill the whole thing if you want. Nobody's ever filled the whole thing, but whatever. So you want to put things, I'm just going to read them, okay? You want to put things like, join my Facebook page, order a sugar scrub, or order, you know, a product that's worth enough money, right? Ask about hosting a party. Add a 3 for $10 bath bomb pack to your order. That's just the prices that I have, but you could add a whatever pack of whatever to your order. Text a friend about how awesome the party is. So you want them to start talking about your parties. You want them to engage on Facebook. You want them, you know, so you got to think about things that are going to make them talk about you and buy product and book parties, okay? Those are the main things that you want. So then I have a freebie. Then I have, tell us your favorite product. So they're going to be sitting down there, and if they've already purchased a product, they could talk about the product, and then they scratch that out. Or they see a product and they're like, oh my god, like this is going to be my favorite product because I love sugar scrubs, or because I love taking baths, so I like the bath bombs, or I love this scent, or whatever, okay? So that's how, you know, that's another option. Purchase a sampler pack. So this is something new that I'm going to start doing, and it's because I have a custom order for a friend who lives quite a ways away from me, but she's opening up a salon, and she wants to offer sampler packs for people to try the products without having to buy big, you know, and then they can come back another time and buy bigger bottles or whatever of the product. So they're going to be probably around $20 to $25. They're going to be sizes like this. The little things, little lip balms, you know, that's another thing. I haven't labeled these yet. I made them yesterday. Lip balms, the little 1 ounce container sugar scrubs, you know, whatever. Gather a couple little things, put them in a little bag or a little box or whatever, and price them at, you know, $20. And this way, people who haven't tried your products can try a variety of things and not feel pressured to buy the full size items. So that's one spot. Share posts from my page to your profile. So they're going to go on your Facebook page, and they're going to, you know, or they can just share it onto their profile, but whatever. You want them to talk about your page and your products. Ask me about my next craft show. So I do a lot of craft shows. I'd want them to ask me, so I could say, well, my next craft show is in, you know, 2 weeks. It's going to be here, and blah, 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 blah. So it's going to give them, if they bought anything, they're going to say, okay, so now I know that I can go find her at this craft show, and if I like anything or what, I can go and buy more stuff. Sign up for a spa party. So you're going to have them asking about a hostess party, and then you're going to, so they're just asking about it, and then you're going to get them to sign up for it. Ask me about a product you don't know how to use, which is just going to get them talking and get them knowing about more of the products. You got your freebie in the middle. Buy something for a friend, which is always nice. Here I have a oh, they made a little hat space beside it. I didn't know that was there. Place a $50 order before the end of the night. Place a $25 order. Then post a picture of your favorite product on Instagram or Facebook or whatever. So they can go, if you've got your product there, they can go take a picture, post it, or they can share a picture, either or. Like your Instagram profile, like your Twitter profile, like whatever other profile that you have. There's another free. Create a wish list. Now I'm going to talk about this really, really quick. My pages are all over the place now. Wish list, wish list. Oh, lovely. My wish list. This is lovely. Anyways, it's just a sheet, and it has it'll say wish list on it, and so as they're filling out the products, if there's anything that they weren't able to get because it was either too expensive or they didn't have time to go to the bank or, you know, whatever it may be, they could create a wish list. Now, this is going to be a sheet that you're going to refer to when they're filling out their order. Because again, you're always looking for ways to book another party through them. So with the wish list, you're going to go on there, and you're when you're cashing out their orders and stuff, you're gonna say, or if they're just filling out their orders, you're gonna walk around once they're filling the orders out to ask any questions, and you're gonna say, you're not gonna say, so how is your order form going? You're gonna say, so what is on your wish list? And so they're gonna say, well, you know, I really like this, and I really like that, and I really like that. And then you're gonna say, well, guess what? If you book a party with me, I can guarantee you that you're going to get some of those things on your wish list with the rewards or as a gift or, you know, whatever other way that you have. So that's going to get them thinking, I really, really like that body butter, but I can't afford it because I already got this. So if I book a party with her, she just told me that I could get that. Why would anybody not want to book that? Sorry, I just got a little text. Why would anybody not want to book and get what's on their wish list, right? So that's what the wish list is going to be. Once I find it in my pages there, I'll just show it to you really, really quick. So that's the wish list. So you're going to get them to create that. Purchased product in the past. So if they've already purchased product, they can mark that off. Placed a $100 order. Add a cleaning product. I have cleaning products, but you could add whatever. If they brought a friend, and if they arrived on time. So that's what that looks like. So this is just a quick bingo game, and they can play this throughout the night. They don't have to play it all in one shot, okay? So that's one of the games. Sorry it took so long, guys. I really feel like going through this in detail is going to help out a lot of people. There's what's in your purse game. So you can I'm going to change it. Well, no, I'm not even going to change it because it's me that's going to be just asking the question. So there's the what's in your purse game. I was going to change it and put my name on it because, like I said, you want your name on everything, but this I would just be reading out. So you can go on Pinterest and just type in what's in your purse games, and they're going to come out and you just print it off. Because then you're just going to read, for 1 point, gum, candy, stamp, whatever. So that's one game that they would then win a little prize. Okay, and then there's the draw with your eyes closed game. So this is really cool. This could be changed to anything. This was the only one that I found right away. I'm going to keep looking to find different, it's backwards. Well, yeah, because I'm showing, I can't show it. Anyways. Okay. So this is called Tropical Island Landscape. So you're going to pass around paper and pens. So you always want to have scrap paper and a box of pens, okay? You're going to get them to close their eyes. So they're going to draw a tropical island landscape. And you're going to see how this could be fun, okay? Number one, you're going to draw an island in the middle of your page. So their eyes are closed, so they have to draw an island in the middle of the page. That would be worth 10 points if it was in the middle of the page. So that's what you're going to read after, like at the end. But I'm just reading it all to you. Okay, number two. To the left of the island, you're going to draw a ship. That's going to be worth 10 points if it's not touching the island. Surrounded by water, add fish in the sea. So 10 points for if they have 2 or more fish that aren't touching anything. Number 4, put a palm tree on your island. So 20 points if the base of the tree is touching the island. There are no clouds, draw birds in the sky. So 20 points if 1 or more birds aren't touching anything. Someone needs to control the ship. Draw a sailor on the ship. So then 20 points for the sailor if the feet are touching the ship. Or the boat, yeah. Put coconuts on the palm tree. So that would be worth 15 points if at least 1 coconut is touching the palm tree. Put a flag on the ship. So 20 points if the flag is touching anywhere on the ship. And then there's a sun shining, 5 points if the sun is above the ship. So you're gonna let them draw it out with their eyes closed, and then you're gonna go and tell them the points. Now there's a total of 130 points, or however many you wanna put out. So then you're going to start asking, okay, so who got the highest points? So they're going to win a prize. But it's just going to be funny because they're going to be interacting. They're going to, you know, someone's picture is going to look retarded and they're all going to giggle and laugh about it and so, or, oh, look at you, you know. So it's just going to get them talking and kind of interacting. So those are some of the games. Now you can play a lot of other games too. These are just a few that I have. And so get creative, but write everything out on a sheet so that you don't forget. You can do it on your phone, but I just feel like if for whatever reason your phone's going to die or you forgot your phone or whatever it may be, if you have a folder with all your games, all your paperwork in, and you just always bring that with you, you're sure to not forget anything, okay? So those are the games. So the hostess is going to get to pick the games. Whatever games they want, they get to choose, okay? So, because some people don't want to play bingo, or some people do, you know, it's their party, they're gonna pick what game you want. So even if you had another 3 or 4 games so that they could choose, it'd be great. It would be really fun. And that's a game, Tatum, that I had watched online, and the girls were hilarious when they were drawing. They were showing the pictures afterwards, and I was like, oh my god, this would be hilarious. So then is when you're going to explain the product. So it sounds like it's long, but it's not really. So you introduced yourself, you spoke about your business, you thanked the hostess, you gave her gift, you talked about the hostess beads, you asked if anybody has ever used the products, you play one game. Now you're going to talk about the products. So you want to break your things in categories if you have categories. You want to make this quick enough, okay? So I would have my basket or whatever of bath bombs, bubble scoops, bubble truffles, bonbons, bubble wands, bubble Play-Doh, whatever, body wash, whatever you have, okay? And I'm just gonna kind of say, you know, these are all body products. They are all, you know, they've, whatever. What do I have here? What else do I mean? Oh yeah, okay. So our bath products are made to help you relax. They add butters, oils, and bubbles to your bath water. Mixing and matching different types of products is always a great thing. We have items for kids and adults. So you can also emphasize, and then talk a little bit about it. So you can say, you know, I really like mixing the bath salts with a bubble wand to make bubbles, and then a bath bomb or a bath truffle, and that makes, you know, such a great combo, because you're getting the you know, the benefits from your bath salts and stuff, and then you're getting the bubbles from the bubble wand, and then you're getting, you know, some extra goodness from your truffles with the butters, and your skin's gonna feel so soft. You know, you just kind of butter them up and tell them basically what they want to hear, okay? But talk about the good stuff that's about it. So you can and there's gonna be things like, if I wasn't in this business, I wouldn't know what these are. So you could grab a few things and be like, so these are our bath bombs. They come for, you know, however price, blah, blah, blah. These are bath truffles. There's a lot of butters in them. They fizz and they make your water feel super moisturizing. These are da-da-da for however many, you know, and you can just kind of quickly go through the products. So that's what you're going to do. But again, you want to try and break it down if you can, because you don't want to go from bath to body to this and that. So you want to keep it organized, okay? Then you're going to play a booking game. So these are the this is, oh, okay, yeah, I do have more than one booking game because I wrote it down. Sorry, I'm just reading my little notes. Okay, here we go. So there's two booking games. So there was the bees at first for people to book parties, so that you kind of slid that in. So there's actually three, but so there's two booking games that you as the owner, you're going to choose which ones you want to use. So there's roll the dice. So you're going to have to bring a dice and you're going to print a little sheet out however way you want. Okay, roll the dice for a chance to win. So I have rolled a 1. So you're going to get them. This is more at the end, so they're going to have order forms. You're going to pass out the order forms after you talk about your products. And these are the order forms here. Oh, look, I found my wish list. See, I need to find it. So this is a wish list. So you can make it on the portrait side and have them here and then cut them. It doesn't have to be big. It doesn't have to be a full page. So you could just cut that through there. And again, this, I went on Pinterest, I typed in wish list, and I printed it out, okay? That's what I was looking for earlier. So that's done. Okay. So this is the order form. Now I, again, used the Scentsy order form, simplified it to make it work for me, but this is all there is to it. So you want to make sure that you have the important information. So like on top, I have order number. You always want to make sure that you're going to have an order number because that's going to keep you organized yourself, okay? And then I write beside, like, do not fill, because it's not them they're going to fill that, it's going to be you that's going to fill that out. You're going to emphasize you need to fill everything out on this sheet, because if you don't, then your order does not count, okay? So you have date, hostess name, because you want to make sure to keep track of that. You have a day phone number, an evening phone number, and then I wrote best time to call, because once their order is ready, if you're going to be bringing it to them, you want to know when to call them, right? Because you don't want to waste time, for one, and you don't want to annoy them, okay? So you're going to ask for that. And then email. Email is the only one that I would say they don't have to fill if they don't want to. Now, email is going to be good for if you do newsletters, if you want to start newsletters, if you want to start sending out like seasonal, you know, find out what's coming before everyone else kind of little things, anything like that. You could email about parties, but don't spam them with stuff every day or every week or whatever. So make sure that if they fill that out, to talk to them afterwards and say, I'm only going to be using your email for things like this, is that okay? And if they say yeah, then leave it. If they say no, actually I don't want to, scratch it out. Don't abuse this. You know, as a person, when you fill stuff out and you get phone calls, it's annoying, okay? But it's still nice to have. And then on this side, I have name, address, city. So for us, like I live in Sudbury, but then we have little towns on the outskirts. So if so-and-so lived in Hanmer, I want to know that it's in Hanmer and not city, so that I can Google, and okay, so that's a good thing. If you want their zip code and all, you know, postal code, all that kind of stuff, then that's fine. But I just simplified it. I don't need to know that you're in the province of Ontario and stuff like that, okay? And then you're going to do, again, you're going to do what is it called? Anyways, you're going to make boxes, and you're going to put the quantity of the product description, the unit cost, and the total. So if they buy 2 body butters at $10 each, it's going to be 20 bucks. So that's how they're going to fill it out. And then that's where you can help them, okay? And then on the bottom, because I have square, I'm going to note there that we accept cash and credit, and I have a little star beside there. Then I have the subtotal. I'll talk about the star after. Then I have the subtotal. Then I have delivery with 2 little stars. Okay. And then I have 3% credit usage. So that I'm going to talk about after. Then the grand total. You could do whatever you want for this. Just organize yourself so that you're covered for delivery. If you're bringing something to somebody, that's costing you. You need to charge for that. If you want. If you don't want to, then that's fine. So the little stars on the bottom. Okay. I have, for the first star, which was beside the credit, because I'm using the square, I'm getting charged 2 point whatever. If they're only buying one thing and they're going to use their credit card, you're missing out on a little bit of money there. Even if they buy $75 worth of stuff, you're still missing out, okay? And that's fine if you don't care, but I do, okay? So I worked a lot for that. To make the product. I'm not letting a business take my money. If they want to use the credit card because they didn't bring any cash, that's up to them, but they're going to pay for it, okay? So that little star, note that if if using a credit card, so the square, a 3% charge will be added to your total. So that's where that 3%, you would add it right there. If they don't want to use credit, that's fine. They pay cash. They don't have to do that, okay? I thought of adding, if they spend more than, you know, $75 or something, then that gets waived. But you know what? It doesn't matter. You're using that. It's costing me. You're going to pay for it. That's just the way that I think. Some people don't think of it that way. You can disagree with me and say that it's a business cost. That's fine. But this is how I do it, okay? Then there was the delivery, which was 2 little spots, okay, or stars. Then I have delivery charges of $10 will be applied to orders that are less than $75 if you're delivering. They will also be applied, so this is emphasizing that if I'm bringing it in my area, like the Sudbury area, okay, they will also be applied regardless of the order cost for those who live on the outskirts of Sudbury. Ask what cities are included in the outskirts to know if you qualify for free delivery or not. So I know you guys don't know what I'm talking about, but it's just to give you guys an idea, okay? So I live in Sudbury, in New Sudbury to be very specific, okay? So I live in New Sudbury. We have little towns on the outskirts like Hanmer, Chelmsford, Azilda, Lively, Coppercliff, Garson, Coniston. These are all little towns that are around, okay? So Sudbury is basically like, I'm going to say a half an hour from the north end to the south end, or the west end to the east end, okay? Like it's, and then these little towns are on the outskirts. These towns can be up to like 45-minute drive away, half hour, 45 minutes, like above driving to whatever other end of Sudbury and then to the outskirts, okay? So let's just, as an example, if I'm going to be driving, let's say to one town that I go to often enough, Chelmsford, okay? If I'm driving to Chelmsford from my house, it takes, thank you, it takes like a half an hour to get there, okay? So you're spending money on gas to bring it to them, whereas if somebody lives in New Sudbury and they're just down the street, it's only taking you a couple minutes to drive over there, drop it off, and come back, okay? So you want to make sure that you charge for things that you're doing, things that you're going out of your way for, okay? They can come and pick it up and it's going to be free for them. Well, their gas is going to be on them, right? So you want to put something in there. It doesn't have to be $10, it could be $5. It doesn't have to be $75, you know. You do what you want to do to cover your costs, okay? So those are 2 spots that are going to be optional, okay? Then you're going to have your total. So that's the order form, okay? Again, these can be printed off. I went on Pinterest and I looked on the Scentsy pages and they have order form templates, and I just made mine however way that I wanted. What about bringing all orders to the hostess and having her guests pick them up for her? You could do that too. That's what I'm saying. Do whatever that's going to work for you, okay? Again, though, if your host was an hour away, do you really still want to drive an hour to drop all of that off? Who's going to pay for that, right? So that's a good idea, but make sure that you cover yourself, okay? Have you tried delivering all of the orders for a party to the... Okay, so like I just said. Okay, so, and again, just do whatever works best for you, okay? But make sure that you have it clearly written out on your form, because you don't want somebody that, like, you're thinking, okay, this is what I'm going to be doing. It's not on the sheet, and then you're going to go and tell the person, oh, by the way, it's going to cost you another $10 because you live in bum frick nowhere, okay? You don't want to add prices or costs that they don't know about, okay? So that was that. We talked about the dice game. I'm going all over the place. I'm realizing that, okay? But you can rewatch. And so the dice game. So like I was saying, the dice game is going to be to rebook. So on your order form, which is what I was talking about, they're going to roll the dice and you're going to say, write the number that you got on your order form, wherever, just on your order form. So rolled number 1, get a product at 15% off when you book a party. Roll number 2. Awesome. Okay. Rolled a number 2, earn double the half off products. So it would be 2, 4, 6 when you book a party. I'll talk about that after. If you rolled a 3, it'd be $20 in free product when you book a party. Rolled a 4, get a product at 10% off when you book a party. Rolled a 5, earn an additional half off product when you book a party. Rolled a 6, you would earn $10 in free product when you book a party. So you're getting the idea. So they're gonna roll, and if you want them to kind of not know about this, you can just write, get a product at 50% off, earn double the half off products, $20, you know, and not let them know. So once they roll the dice, they're going to write the little number down, and then you're going to start asking them, so what did you get? What did you get? What did you? So they're going to say, I got a 1, I got a 5, I got a 4. So you're going to start telling them, well, if you book a party with me, you'd be getting 15% off when you book. Or you would get $20 in free products when you book. Or, you know, so then again, that's making them think, oh, okay, so I can get, you know, this, I can get that, I can get this. Same thing with their wish list, you know. So that's getting them to think about booking with you again. So that's the dice game. Now there is another game. I don't have the stuff with it because it was kind of a last, oh yeah, we could do this too kind of thing. There is a, I don't know what you could call it, but basically you would get a little container, like a little tin container, or little purses or something to put a little invitation in it, and that they wouldn't really be able to feel it, okay? So are the dice discounts for orders that night or for the party they book? The party they book. So that's a booking game. So they wouldn't win that unless they booked a party with you, okay? So that's when the hostess game or the hostess gift would come in handy, because then you would know A, what's on their wish list, and B, what they won. So if they won a $20 gift or whatever, and then you go and check on the wish list, and oh, whatever is $20, and they really wanted that, then that's the gift that you could use to give to them, right? So, okay, so back to the little container thing. You get a container that they can't feel it. You put little invites. Now, let's say there's 10 people. You would have some cards that say let's party and some cards that say freebies on it, okay? So let's party. Let's party. Have a party. Okay? So that's all there is to it. They're going to be, they can host a party. A freebie is one of these little, they would go into the little bag in the little box and pick a freebie, okay? So what you're going to tell them is you're going to pass a little container to everybody, okay? So let's say there's 10 people. You're going to have, let's say, 3 or 4 freebies, and the rest are going to be let's parties on a little invite, okay? Or on a little sheet of paper, or whatever, however way you want to do it, okay? Now, you're going to tell them, shake the container, feel the container. You can put little rocks in there. You can make them think that there's something in there, though. So yeah, let them shake it. Let them think about what's in there, okay? And then you're going to say, now, you have the choice to either not open the container and not see what's inside and not get what's inside, or you get to open the container and get to see what's inside. But whatever that's in the container, you have to do, or you have to take. So they're going to shake it. They're going to think about it. Nobody doesn't open a container with something in it, especially if they can feel or hear that there's something in it, right? Because they're going to think that they're winning a prize. They're going to open the container. 3 or 4, however many people that you want, are going to win a prize. So it's just going to say freebie on it. Or some of them are going to have a let's party thing on there. So you're going to say, oh my God, let's party. You're going to get this free. You're going to get that free, blah, 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 all that kind of stuff. So then they're going to think like, okay, cool. Like, you know, I just won another prize to book a party and do this and this and this. Okay. So that's the, I guess the booking, helping you book more parties afterwards. And those are the games that you can play. You can make these however, look online, that's what I'm saying, and watch the presentations. You're going to see there's going to be tons, okay? So that's the booking games for more bookings. Now the order form. We went through the order form. So after you played the booking game, then you're going to say, thanks everybody for coming. I'm so excited, blah, 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 you know, whatever. Now we can order, we can sit down and fill out the order forms and go through everything. Now, your order forms can look different. I have two styles. So you can have, okay, I'll do this one. You can have type of like a wholesale type order. It wouldn't be wholesale, obviously, but it would just be a list of all of the products, a quick little description, and the price, okay? In a format like this, and they can just write, you know, easy peasy, that's all there is to it. Or you can have a set of sheets that would be the product. It's still the price and a longer description, because the different kind of parties that you would have, you want to make sure that if you're just having a little quick presentation and they're not buying there, they have to order, you want to make sure that they know what they're ordering and what it does and all that kind of stuff, because not everybody knows what everything does. So and you could include like fragrances that they're available that way, or the fragrances that are available at that time, and stuff like that. So you could do it that way too. Just organize yourself. You could do a little pamphlet too. Those are really easy, as long as the price. And okay, Shannon, yeah, because it's going to be uploaded afterwards. So anybody that missed anything, you can watch it after. But yeah, so you could do a little pamphlet, as long as the name of the product, a little quick description, and the price is on there, so that they can go through everything, okay? So just organize yourself that way if you're not having a buy then party, okay? Same thing for the online parties, like so the Facebook parties. It kind of goes the same way. You could do a live video like this and talk and explain. You could have pictures. Yeah, so you could do a little chocolate. Exactly. That would be a really good idea too. Yeah. So yeah. See, and this is distracting when I read comments. But yeah, so as long as you have the product list organized well enough so that people can understand it and order, then you're good. Make sure that whatever's on your product list, if you had available, is on your product list too. Don't forget anything, because then you're going to be screwed saying, oh, it's going to be $10 or whatever, okay? So those are a couple of ideas for the products, for the product list. Then, okay, so you're doing the order form. So you can pass the order forms out, and you can pass the catalog, if you want to call it. You can pass the catalog out. Now, while they're kind of looking, you're going to play one quick little, well, it's not really a game, but you're going to do one quick little thing, and you're going to say, I just want to play one more game while you guys are kind of looking to win the last prize. Now, you could do that, and I was just reading this now. You should do it before you pass the order forms. You could do it after. It doesn't really matter. So I call it grab your cell phones. So you're going to tell everybody grab your cell phone. Now, you're going to put my name in your phone, and you're going to put me under Sophie or Carmen or Shannon or whatever your name is, okay? Shannon Soaps or Shannon, whatever your name's going to be. Like if your name is Bubbles Creations, let's say. Shannon Bubbles. You know, so as long as it's a name that they're going to remember, they're going to look through and they're just going to have to think like, oh, what was that girl's? She's a soap lady or whatever, okay? So she's just going to go look through her phone. She's going to go to soap, and your phone number is going to be in there if she wants to book a party, if she wants to order more stuff, whatever. You want to get your phone number in their cell phone. So the game is grab your cell phones. Add me in your contacts as, decide whatever name that you want them to put. The first one to send me a text message saying, let's party, gets a freebie. Done. You get another party. You get another party right then and there. So then you're going to, again, talk to her after, be, oh my God, okay, so we're going to do this party, blah, 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 whatever, okay? Again, another way to book the party. So then you're going to fill out your forms. You're going to thank everybody again, ask any questions that they have or whatever, you know. Then you're going to go person to person and talk to them about their wish list, about any questions on their order forms and stuff like that. So I'm just going to make sure that I finished all of that stuff. Okay, so that's the party next schedule. I just want to get things out of my way that we already talked about. We're pretty much at the tail end of everything. Okay, so you'll be able to talk to them about the dice game because they wrote the number on the thing. If they had beads, you're going to talk to them about the beads. If they had a wish list, you're going to talk to them about the wish list to rebook. Fill out the form. Make sure that all of their information is there. Make sure to mention that if they do credit, that there's going to be a charge. Make sure that if there's a delivery, that there could be a charge. How much? Blah, blah, blah. Make sure they all know, okay? They pay. Good, okay? So now everybody's gone, okay? Now you have to sit with your hostess now, okay? And you're gonna go through, oh, the dog. You're gonna go through the rewards. Now this is something that somebody's here. Mia. Possibly a delivery. Okay, so you're gonna go through this beforehand with your of course, one second, guys. Mia! Mia! Okay, sorry, my grandparents are here. I might have to finish this video after. So then you're gonna go over your rewards, okay? So this is your rewards. You're gonna figure this out. Again, you can go on Scentsy, their websites. How I have it is the total party sales. You would have to sell either $175 to $299. So this is people that... Oui, c'était ma fête. It was my birthday yesterday. So yeah, you'd have to, the group of people would have to sell $175 to $299. The hostess would then get 10% off. If the party or the guests bought $300 to $499, she would get 10%. If they bought $500 to $999, they would get 15%. And if they bought over $1,000 and over, they would get 15% off of their products that they would want to buy. The items that they would get half off is 1, 2, 3, and 4. So remember in the dice game when I said it would be 2, 4, 6, 8? Thank you. If they rolled the dice and got that at their party, the items that they would get off would be 2, 4, and 2, 4, 6, 2, 4, 6, 8 instead of 1, 2, 3, 4. And then their free gifts they would get. At $500 to $999, they would get 1 gift, and at $1,000 and over, they'd get 2 gifts. So that is the rewards plan for the party if they host a party. That could be changed to whatever that you want. Again, just look on Pinterest or even the internet. And you can find tons of things. If they have a hard time with friends, I have a 60 guests in 6 minutes. So this is another sheet that I printed out. So it has 6 families, 6 friends, 6 coworkers, 6 of your spouse's families, 6 of your spouse's friends, 6 spouse coworkers, places that you visit, so doctors, banks, salons, so your hairdresser or your doctor, your dentist, anything like that you can put on there. Your neighbors, if you go to church or you go to social clubs, there's 6 there. Your children's sports clubs, so if if your daughter goes to gymnastics and you've spoken to some of the other parents, you can add them there. And your children's teachers, so that's 60 guests in 6 minutes. So you can give them that if they need help. Then I have a tracker. Now this is just really quick. So this, once you've done all of your orders, so you have all of your order sheets, on the top where it has the order number, that's where you're going to put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and continue going. And then that's where you're going to put the order number right here. And then the date that's ordered, so if you had, let's say, 2 or 3 parties in the same day, then you could add the date of the party here, the customer's name, and then if you delivered, you could check there, or if they picked up, you could check there. And that's just going to keep things in order. And then you can even just put a check mark on the side when it's all done or whatever as you're doing them kind of thing. You want to stay organized because if you're going to be doing a lot of shows, then you can get mixed up with a lot of them. Then I have one last sheet. So this is simple posting schedules. Now, when you're on your Facebook page or your group or whatever it may be, and you want to attract people to your page while doing the shows, or not the craft shows, the spa parties, this is a schedule that you could follow. So it has a Sunday through Saturday schedule. So Sunday would be big ideas. So share expert advice or a short quote. On Monday, you could share humor. So you could go on Pinterest and share like a funny comic or whatever. It could be a funny meme or a phrase or whatever. On Tuesday, you would be interacting with your guests or with the people that are on your page. So you could ask a question, you could share a photo, you could do a quiz, a contest, a poll, anything like that. On Wednesday, you could do current news. So you could share things like, oh, I'm going to be at wherever this weekend or anything like that. Giveaways, any coupons or discounts and things like that. Yes, the parties are held at the hostess house. You can do your own parties at the house, but then the rewards and all that, you wouldn't have to use any of that thing. But you could do it yourself at the house. Then there's Thursday, giving back. So you would feature customers if they did a review or anything like that. You could share the giveaways, make coupons and discounts or anything like that. The Friday, so day in the life. So you can share as you're making something. You could share a picture and kind of talk about it a little bit. On the Saturday, you could do an education kind of thing. So you tell people about products. It's a little bit like Sunday, where you'd share expert advice or share a quote. But you could teach people, you know, this is how I package blah, 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 or this is how, you know, anything like that. Did you print that weekly sheet off Pinterest? I did print it off of Pinterest because nobody's going to see that. So you just print it off. So yeah, that's basically all there is to it. Of course, there's like the behind the scenes of calling all of the people that booked parties afterwards to book their party with them. The night of, you want to book the day that they would like to do parties. You could do a soft date. So that would mean that you would just kind of say, you know, because a lot of people are busy or whatever. So you would say, well, let's just book this day and check your schedule after. And if there's any changes, give me a call, but we'll just book this in, you know, just to have you booked in. And normally they leave it, or they'll call and say, I really can't do this day, let's do this day, or whatever it may be. But you want to book their days, and you want to make sure that you tell them, if you don't book tonight with me, you don't get those extra rewards from the day scheme and all that kind of stuff. So you really, really want to make sure that that's clear to them. Okay, so that's basically it, guys. Have fun with your parties. Make sure that you look professional. Don't go in there with your sweatpants and your hair not done and no makeup on. I'm not saying you have to have a full face on, but look nice. If you sell lip glosses, wear your lip gloss. If you sell diffuser necklaces, wear your diffuser. If you sell nail polish, wear your nail polish. I do henna. I try to wear henna. Whatever that you sell that you could put on, wear it. Talk about the product. Don't ever say like, oh, I didn't have enough of this, or don't ever be negative. Always be positive when you're doing your parties. Okay, so if there's any other questions, just let me know. I'll be down here, you know, answering any of the extra questions. If anybody's interested in the printouts that I have, you can definitely contact me and I'll see what I can do for that. But that's about it. So I'm gonna let you go, and I'll get back to any of the questions that were answered below. Okay, thanks.